Okay, so hi. This video is gonna be a tutorial on the Fairly Odd Parents Shadow Showdown all levels. I'm not really gonna be showing uh the levels that are covered in the any percent tutorials that are out. This will be specifically for Vicky Strikes Back and the Great Ape Escape. When we begin the level, we have to head inside right away because we start outside for some reason.
Some stupid game. I'll make you scrub the bathroom with a toothbrush while wearing a dress. And I'll take pictures!
What is the matter, oh most evil space queen?
Huh? You're that foreign exchange student from Europe. Am I in Europe?
You are within your very own humongous and gargantuan space palace, the seat of your universal empire, from which you rule absolutely everything.
Really? Cool.
Correction, nearly everything, Empress Vicky. Only one tiny planet resists your steely grip. The planet Earth. It is time. Begin charging your invincible babysitter ray.
Okay.
Only one hero is capable of saving the Earth from Space Empress Vicky's dastardly babysitter Ray, and that hero is...
Me?
When you're running up the path, sometimes you can have where you slide all the way up to the door. If you get that, don't be alarmed. That's fast. Don't worry about it. When you go inside, press B right away so that you may launch yourself forward so that you hit the cutscene loading zone, and then proceed to skip it. After that, you either go left or right, depending on which you prefer. Grab a star, drop down, get the star in the middle, and then go on the other side that you missed. Past that, you want to jetpack over the gap. Do not do infinite hover there. You have enough fuel to get over normally. Also, for future reference, do not use infinite hover in front of lasers. If at all possible, the lasers will crash your game. That is assuming that you play on the GameCube version.
If you need to practice with your jetpack, try the... Wow! Great special effects!
To do the infinite jetpack, it's the same as infinite hover wing. So you go to your item menu and then select off of it. You just want to fly directly above up until you go past the ceiling, and then you want to put yourself forward to launch on the or land on the tunnel that you had just come in through. After that, the tunnel itself, you can run on it, it's solid. Same with the giant first room that you were in. Once it is time to hover again, you have to infinite hover, and you want to keep yourself at the same height level as the door once you are coming close to it, because you will then load into the room that was not loaded before. Once loaded in, you want to turn around, hit the red button, and then proceed to exit out of it and do the level as intended. So you walk down, go into the room with the robot in the corridor, and then you are supposed to travel across the room, normally with the other wish that you get. However, we skipped that from infinite hovering out the first time. So you will infinite hover all of these rooms. There's 3 rooms in total. Just don't get hit by the lasers and you're fine.
We have 2/3 of a constellation, whatever that is. It's a star.
The pinball is the fastest way to move, so when you're moving around in these rooms, preferably you should be moving as a pinball, because it's faster. You have to go back to the room that you jumped out of, and then you're going to go into the same arcade as you would in Dad's dream and play it out as normal. Here we select Wanda just because she's the first selection and it's faster. Once you're done, it'll send you back into the green star room, but you can just backtrack from there. So there's 2 ways of doing this boss fight. The first way is you infinite hover the whole time. Pretty simple. It doesn't take that much timing. The harder way to do it is to do it as the pinball, where you gracefully go along the edge of the little platform in the middle. And it can be difficult, so I wouldn't suggest doing that at first when you start running all levels. I would suggest doing infinite hovering, and then once you get better with practice, you can start doing the pinball shots. The pinball shots save quite a lot of time, so if you are, you know, a nitpicky speedrunner and you want to be as fast as possible, go ahead and try it. There's also what I like to do is I hit the first switch with the pinball like normal, that's directly behind Vicky, and then I infinite hover to one of the switches that is diagonally across, and then land on Vicky, and then switch to pinball, and then use pinball to get to the other switch. That will save more time than if you just infinite hover over. And don't forget, you have to hit all the switches. If you miss a single switch, then you know you have to backtrack. And if you die, all the switches if you die, all the switches will reset. So try to avoid dying if at all possible. For the pinball strats, it's really easy once you knock down all the pillars, and it's just per control room that's on the middle platform, because you have a lot more space to maneuver as a pinball. And yeah, that's Vicky's.
Vicky is triumphant. Twerp, how dare you?
The lasers! I cannot control them!
And now the world is doomed.
So now we go on to the Great Ape Escape.
Timmy was so thoughtful to order flour. I hadn't realized that I'd almost run out. And it's impossible to make banana bread without flour.
And now, from Big Bad Bakery Broadcasting, Banana Bread Binge, a new show dedicated to all things banana bread.
Ooh, my show's on! Oh, what's wrong with the TV? I want the banana bread show, not some dumb documentary on monkeys. Well, really, a filthy monkey. Go away.
Who are you? Where am I? I'll have you know that I am no ordinary monkey. Rather, I am king of all apes.
Beware, King Ape.
The television is talking to me.
It's never done that before.
Heed me, O King. These humans consider themselves more evolved than you and will attempt to enslave you. But it is your destiny to rule them. Make of this world what you will.
My destiny? To rule? But should I believe everything I hear on TV?
But beware. One shall come to overthrow you with one sandal, a lion-shaped birthmark, and a silly pink hat. Well, the hat at the very least.
Human female, do you know of this pink-hatted warrior?
My son Timmy wears a pink hat.
Then you shall come with me. If this pink-hatted warrior attempts to overthrow me, I will overthrow you! Throw you over! A wall or something! Wait! Well, it won't be pretty, I don't mind telling you.
Oh no! Mom's been kidnapped by a super evolved ape king who needs to practice his threats!
And Dimsdale has been turned into an ape world by TV magic!
Oh, how will we get our banana bread now?
When you first load in, you're gonna be in a quote-unquote prison cell. You grab the block that's behind you and then jump onto the prison bars. Once you're on the prison bars, you hop onto the cage of the enslaved monkey and hop over and grab the first golden star. If you fall off, do not worry, you can get back on the railing quite easily with the boxes to the left side of the room. Once you get the golden star, you want to bring that box over the switch and then walk out. There will be a cutscene that you have to skip and then grab the golden star that's in the middle, then go ahead and jump onto the boxes that I had previously mentioned and jump across to get the last star. Once you get the last star, it'll give you a banana shooting wish. With that, you'll be able to lead the smaller monkeys where you want them to be in position, and you're gonna move the little monkey that you freed to open the gate. You're then gonna go ahead and try and escape. So you're gonna have to command more little monkeys. And then once you're past all that, you're going to reach the drawbridge where you have to get the butler monkey to get on the switch for the drawbridge to fall.
Careful! Baby apes have really good vision!
If you run out of bananas, don't worry, you can just backtrack, get some more from the banana tree. Here comes the first hard trick of the level. On that pillar to the right, there is a small ledge. If you continue walking on it, you will not fall off. And you want to quickly turn and jump right away to try and get on the other side. I know it's very tedious. That'll be like the one thing you'll have to practice, but once you get it down, it's not that bad. Once you're on the statue's foot, you wanna jump across and read that green star.
A star in a cage! That's 2 green stars! They complement my natural skin tone. It's a monkey butler. He must work for the apes, trading his dignity for bananas. Stand on him! That's humane! This kind
If you pause and skip the cutscene on the first frame, you'll be in a T-posing animation. If you get that, don't freak out. It's pretty funny though. So, you know, if you do, make sure to tell your chat to clip that or something. Or you clip that. So yeah, go up the vines and then continue as normal, as you will be given a green lizard costume. With that green lizard costume, you can climb vines, and if you hit left trigger, it will take off your suit, even if you're on a vine. And so what that'll do is it'll make the game think that you're in a special property. And so if you die after unequipping the lizard costume from a object that kills you on the vine while you were still in theory climbing the wall, the game will put you in this glitch state where you can walk over the giant pit in the room, and if you bump into walls, you will float up and down. So when you're in the state, you're gonna wanna run across the gap. Make sure to not run into the door, or that'll mess up the glitch. Same with running into walls or whatnot. You want to walk. So you want to walk yourself into the corner, the left corner, and then you're going to try and find a part of the wall or the ceiling where it's in a decline, and that will send you going downwards. You're gonna want to wait. You're gonna want to wait until you're at a low part of the ground that is flat, and then you're gonna want to jump. Once you jump, it's gonna shoot you up into the air. Make sure that you do not get stuck under a ceiling, or you're kind of frigged. Also make sure not to send yourself floating up there by bumping into a wall and never bumping down from the wall, or you'll never be able to get down. So as a general rule of thumb, you want to jump where the half pillar is that's next to the monkey statue. And then once you reach the top, you're going to want to hit the banana that are at the top. You can either hit them and then try and go into the monkey statue's mouth, and then jump across, which is pretty hard, or you can just go back down and do the same glitch over again. There is another backup strat to get back up, but for me it's not consistent. But if you go on the elevators that are at the top, and you go on the back of it, you can jump to the other side when it goes back up. I do not show that in the video, so if you wanted a demonstration of that, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to look on either Koro's channel or the Discord. Now for the Ape King fight, it's pretty simple. All you do is charge up your banana launcher, hit up the Monkey King, swap over to your lizard costume, climb up, switch back to your banana launcher costume, and then you're gonna want to jump and ground pound onto the Ape King's butt, and then when he launches you up into the air, you're on a ground pound again to land on the pillar. Once you land on the pillar, you just wait for him to start getting up again, and then you're gonna want to shoot the banana launcher. If you don't get the one cycle, don't like get frustrated or anything. You can just do it as normal.
Great job, Timmy. Keep it up. He doesn't look happy. Maybe you could.
No! Bananas! Oh, my energy.
Oh. So now you bounce on apes for fun. You can't climb up unless the Ape King is knocked out. What wishes do you have? I forgot already. Timmy, you're in big trouble, young man. I don't know why, but you are. Timmy, how many times have I told you not to fight prophecy-fearing, super-evolved ape kings?
But Mom, I rescued you!
Well, that's all that's stopping me from grounding you, young man. Now where's my flour? I still have banana bread to bake.
The flour was spilled in the fight, Mom. You'll have to buy new flour.
Typical. I guess a mother's work is never done. All the flour was spilled! Oh no! What do we do?
Take it easy, Cosmo. I couldn't give the magic flour to Mom. I've got it right here.
Good work, Timmy!
The show's over.
TV shows are dangerous when they become real, but at least they end.
Sipping on that sex water, yeah. Why you trying to flex on her? You be living like a motherfucking squatter. What? I get that hoe wet like tap water.